2K22 cover?
When I heard they wanted me for the 2K22 cover, I was like really excited. I think this is any kids that play basketball a dream. It's a special occasion for me. Any kids, I think for back home here in USA, in Dallas, obviously. And I think I've been playing for 9-10 years of 2K. A lot of my friends play. We play together. So for being in the cover now, it's gonna feel special. I mean, if they play with the Mavs in 2K22, I think they'll be excited about my step back. I think that's the part of my game that's more known, and I think that's the move to use. I've been working with 2K Foundations to this whole time. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my team that we're able to do this, and I'm really happy to help other people.
Yeah, we've developed a great relationship. Of course, it's a little sad that I'm.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Gordon. Oladipo is out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Tate in at the power forwards position. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley out there with Edwards, and it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 spot. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
Some of that I think depends on.
Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
What's up?
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Ellington, the Basta Jr. From down in the low post, it goes.
Junior runs into some contact and goes right through it. Nicely done.
Porter looking it over. Great look, but off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Junior. And he uses the glass on the layup. Junior's got his second bucket of the night.
And look how Junior's ability to read the defense pays off. Finds an opening, and bam.
Houston leading by 10. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Porter, that's good. And so Wall with the assist.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Monroe against Porter. Layman pass to Ellington. Here's Towns. Here's Layman for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Here is Porter. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. Now the pass to Wall. Back to Porter. And some nice passing there by Houston. Waba gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Bulls in Chicago. The shot, the game clock separated by 4. Monroe down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And uses the pump fake to punish the defense. Junior understands how to keep defenders guessing.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws here for the night. Throw good, Junior.
Well, this guy's a native of Newark, New Jersey, and he exemplifies, Junior, the grit and grind of his city in how he plays. You talk about hard-nosed, that's Junior.
And both free throws good for Junior. With it. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And Davis pulls it down.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Rockets lead by 10. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Speaking with Karl Anthony Towns earlier, he was asked about how the team approaches defensive adjustments.
For us defensively, we stay very disciplined. Do what we say we want to do. Don't change. Never waver from where our game plan is. We should be fine.
So they want to devise, Greg, a strategy, come in and impose their will.
And that's what they want to do, but the reality is the best teams in the league know how to adapt.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Consider how the Rockets are doing, guys. What are your thoughts?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets. Porter is out there with Exum. Then there's Brown. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Exum. No good on the quick 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Junior. Rockets trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Porter. He makes that one drop. Only a second, 5 tries.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Back to Ellington. Outside, Towns. Monroe outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, just attack the defense time and time again. Junior knows what constant pressure he can apply.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Rockets. 7-point differential. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Three-pointer Ellington, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Minnesota on top, up 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. Let's see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try. Look on the floor for Minnesota. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Over out there with Davis. Then it's Junior. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Reed in at center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. So they take the lead. Wood's got 9.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
1:06 left in the third. Here's Monroe, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them. And the first one at the line is good. Jake Layman's checked in for the Timberwolves. And then for Houston, Daniel House is checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Exum in for Sterling Brown. Both good from the line that time. Now here's Porter. He's got 7. Pass to Wood. House kicks to Porter. Passes it to Wood. 6 on the shot clock. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Pass to Monroe. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dante Exum. He's been punishing them at the line in this one, going 7 of 8. The first one falls. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Nwaba. Back to Exum. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Here's Monroe. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
You have to like that defensive effort. Dante Exum using his size to throw these shooters off.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Rockets lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. You love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Porter, also Exum out there, and it's Nwaba in at the small forward. Fires it up, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center, able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Vanderbilt's checked in, and it's Edwards in for Junior. Gordon's checked in for Houston. John Wall comes in for Exum. And so he hits both. So it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
talent. So good already at reading the floor at just 21, 22. It's just unbelievable all-around game. So I would say he's better than me now than I've ever been in my prime. That's how good he is at 22 already. And it's been a pleasure to be around him. He's a good kid. He wants to do well, and so that's been fun. And we've had a good relationship. We stay in touch and always there for him if he needs.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Supersonics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks win the tip. Now let's take a look at the Sonics opening lineup. Crawford out there with Gary Payton. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Sean Kemp. And it's Shrimp in at the small forward position.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
There's Crawford with the three. Cummings grabs the board. Pressey against Crawford, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Pressey hits them both. Now Payton. It's Crawford on the wing. Puts it up. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Love watching Crawford shoot the ball. The confidence he has in himself is what drives him.
Out to Monroe. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Sonics. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And the shot goes down. Here's Pressey. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
The 7-footer Lister is there for the rebound. 3 on 3. Here's Pierce. That one misses.
Let's go.
Reaching that time from Kemp. And here we go again. Seattle on the break.
Let's go.
The alley-oop to Kemp.
Oh, beautiful setup there. One thing you can say about Kemp, no pass is too high for him to go get.
Here's Moncrief. Pass to Pressey. Hooked away. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And it's blocked.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And Pressey gets it to go.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to Cleveland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
Yeah, and consistency is the name of the game for Moncrief. Anytime you play him, you're in for a night of all-around basketball.
That's good for Moncrief. Moncrief hits them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Supersonics. Johnson outside. Here's Crawford out to Schrempf. Over Pierce. No good from Schrempf.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Pierce. The pass to Cummings. The Bucks working the ball around. 5 on the clock. Moncrief, the pass to Lister. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here's Kemp. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You have to love the approach Payton takes to the game. An exceptional passer who does a great job with distributing the basketball.
On offense, here are the Bucks. Pass to Moncrief. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Moncrief's got 7 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Moncrief. They get it back. Here's Lister. Goes up again. He lays it in. Lister's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Offensive rebound.
Let's go. Good board.
Nice work on the board.
Let's go.
Paying off with the basket.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Pressey dishes to Moncrief. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. It's Pierce on the wing. Schrempf covered. Clock at 4. Fires the 3. Another miss by Moncrief. And so for Seattle, their last game, a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's Kemp with the jam.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the Sonics pick up 2. And the basket is good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Crawford. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to
Come on, hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. No good from Schrempf.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the first. Payton drives in, makes it off the glass. Payton's got 8 points.
And how about the quickness on display there for Payton, especially when he's slicing to the basket.
And we'll be right back after this. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Jennings is out there with Lister. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Cressy. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Supersonics shooting their first free throw of the evening.
A super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's Dunleavy, covered by Payton. Passes it to Pressey. Oh, good on the three. Payton with the ball. 11 points in the game. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. They swipe it, and they're moving it up. He gets it in there. Pressey's got 10.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Pressey's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Here's Gill, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Bucks trail. Now Dunleavy still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the jam by Terry Cummings. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Gill. Offline with his three. He's covered by Gill. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 3.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Payton kicks to Kemp. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Payton. Such a slick move by Gary Payton.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Dunleavy, covered by Payton. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Payton. He lobs it up, and then Kemp slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Without question, Gary Payton displaying his skills today.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
And the Bucks making a change here. Carroll's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Dunleavy kicks to Pressey. Here's Cummings. And again, the Bucks miss.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And good that time. And now it's a 3-point Sonic lead.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. The pass to Pressey. Knocked away. It's taken away by Peyton. And here are the Sonics. Three-pointer. No good from Perkins. Peyton against Pressey. And uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Yeah, once he gets to the rim, it's lights out. Kemp, just too much power and explosiveness.
Here's Dunleavy. No points in the game yet for him. Out left to the wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Terry Cummings.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one
Yeah,
up.
the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Peyton, that's good.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Now Dunleavy. He's covered by Gill. Pass to Cummings. No good there. Great D that time from Kemp. Here's Gill. Up again. It's good on the putback. Kemp's got the lead up to 3 now for Seattle.
I'd say you have to body him up, but who has the body to keep Kemp from getting where he wants to go?
They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession for the Sonics. Johnson comes in for Sam Perkins, and Detlef Schrempf is subbed in for Hersey Hawkins. Cummings kicks to Pierce. Passes to Hodges. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Kemp slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to MyCareer. For the Sonics, Jamal Crawford. He's checked in for Gill, and it's McMillan in for Gary Payton. Here's Cummings. But they get it back. Out to Moncrief. Trains the three-pointer. Moncrief's got 10.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Count the basket.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Bucks trail by 4.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here is Hodges. There's the pass to Cummings. It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Sonics lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at the Supersonics. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, it's easy to see why they've been the better team offensively. They've been shooting the lights out of the ball. They're running their strong offensive system and making the most of every good shot that they get.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. Second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Sean Kemp in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Pass to Pressey. Cummings in the post. He's covered by Kemp. Cummings in the paint. Gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Payton. On the court for Seattle. We've got Schrempf. Crawford out there with Gary Payton. Then it's Johnson, and it's Kemp in at the 4 slot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bucks trail by 4. Now here is Moncrief. The 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive play.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's the pass to Cummings. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so Crawford will bring it up for the Supersonics. He dishes it to Kemp. Fast break, Milwaukee. And Sidney Moncrief finishing strong inside.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Here's Lister. Pierce trying to break free. Lister, that's good. Lister's got the lead up to 4 now for Milwaukee. Payton against Moncrief. Crawford, no one around him. And just miss after miss right now.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And it's denied, but he stays with it. And that one drops for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Seattle trails by 6. And they double up Payton. Here's Schrempf. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Moncrief. He's got 14. High post shot. Another miss by Moncrief.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break result. And a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Chipped away. Kemp with the steal. And here's the fast break. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
Here's Pressing. 12 points for him. Pass to Moncrief. side, Pierce. 6 to shoot. Pressey kicks to Moncrief. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is a guy, Sean Kemp, all the talent in the world, could be a perennial double-double machine, just a matter of staying focused.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Pressey. And the Supersonics also making a change. Gill's checked in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now Dunleavy, he's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Shot to stop the run. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Dunleavy. Pass to Moncrief from 20 feet out. Gill with the rebound. Here's Payton. Here's Kemp. It counts. And the foul. That one on Cummings.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Seattle shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. That one misses for Kemp. Bucks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Timeout call for Bucks. You gotta like what Sean Kemp has done in this game.
Absolutely on fire. That they need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter of the game. Moncrief with the overpowering slam dunk finish.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by Seattle.
Payton passes to Kemp. Sean Kemp with the tomahawk jam.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Now Dunleavy. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the pass to Lister. Shot clock at 6. Moncrief against Crawford. Moncrief's shot is off. Sonics leading by 7. Pushing it up. And that one's good. Gill's got 7 points.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. MyCareer's checked in for the Bucks. The Sonics also changing it up. Perkins comes in for Sean Kemp. And Hersey Hawkins subbed in for Jamal Crawford. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Dunleavy. covered by Peyton. Now Dunleavy has to Carroll. Now here is Moncrief. He's covered by Hawkins. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Gill, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. The Sonics on top. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Moncrief. Cummings is out there with MyCareer. And it's Pierce. And it's Dunleavy in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Drills the three-pointer.
And this is what he does. Stretch the floor with deep range. You have to close out hard on Dunleavy.
Johnson kicks to Perkins. Here's Hawkins. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Here's the pass to Moncrief. Nice move. And the layup is good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
To the left side wing. Goes up the baseline. And that one's good. Gill.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Bucks trail by 6. The Bucks making a switch here. Pressey is checked in. Deadlift Schreff's checked in for the Sonics. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Pressey. To the inside, Carroll. And he slams it one-handed.
Carroll doesn't throw it down too often, but he's more than capable as he showed there.
Here's Schrempf. Johnson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Down low. That's good, and the supersonic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Carroll.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Here's Hawkins. Percy Hawkins knocks it down.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
And they pick up 2. Carroll's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Seattle leading by 5. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Perkins. Bank shot, no good. And so it's Milwaukee now. Hawkins with it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Lister's checked in for MyCareer. And Seattle also making a change. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Perkins. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Shot from free throw range. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Sonics. Bucks trail by 5. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Pierce. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Johnson. Here's Kemp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kemp's got 14 points now in the second half.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Here's Pressing. To the middle. And the jam by Terry Cummings.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Launches it. A long-range bomb from Shrimp.
And Detlef is one of the best at filling it up from deep. Just possesses great height and that high release point.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now the feed to Cummings. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shawn Kemp.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Sonics making a switch here. Peyton's checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in with what George Karl was saying to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Kemp with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Seattle. And then Kemp slams it in.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got... that's for sure. Pressey against Crawford. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Schrempf. And another three for Seattle.
And you know, Jamal Crawford was considered a point guard when he came into this league. He can pass as well as score.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. They got fined, but is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got 100, 200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And Moncrief gets it to go.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Davis to the paint. Here's Brewer over Johnson. Brewer's shot is off.
Oh! My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg. his bag of tricks there. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Peyton. All alone, and Peyton throws it down.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Ball's knocked loose. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Peyton heading to the hoop. Peyton and Kemp connect on the sonic boom.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break and get off a turnover.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.